All right, hello everyone. So we are at Атажұрттық again. So we're going to talk right now with Ақиқат Қалиолла, who's going to talk about his four family members.
我的名字叫海哈迪哈留拉，我是哈萨克斯坦公民。2018年3月15号，我的一家4人，我的父亲哈留拉图尔逊，我的母亲维利纳姆赫台，我的大弟弟穆赫亚迪哈留拉，我的小弟弟帕拉萨迪哈留拉，我的一家4人被峨眉县执法机构，毫无任何法律程序被抓捕。
So Ақиқат is a Kazakhstan citizen, and he's talking about 4 of his family members: his father, Қалиолла Тұрсын, his mother, Venera Mukhatai, his daughter, his younger brother, Parasat Қалиолла, his older brother, Mukhayat Қалиолла. So all of them were basically arrested and taken in March of last year, on March 15th.
抓捕的原因是峨眉县一名叫朱马克里的阿海的人，在2018年3月初，在峨眉县一集中营内被狱警活活打死。他的妻子哭着找到我的父亲请求帮助，因我父亲帮忙代写控告信。峨眉县的王克勇、曹春山、吴怡等人打击报复我们全家，对我一家4人进行了非法的抓捕行动。他们肆意践踏、蔑视中华人民共和国的宪法、刑法等一切法律。
So the reason that they were detained, according to Ақиқат, is that basically in the beginning of March of 2018, there was a man named Jumakelde Ahai, who was beaten to death allegedly by guards or police in a concentration camp, and his wife basically came crying to Ақиқat's father, who was a sort of legal consultant, and she asked him to write an appeal, a sort of letter, complaint letter to the authorities. And so this letter was intended for Beijing. It never reached there. It was intercepted and by the local authorities. And as a sort of revenge on his family, they arrested his father and arrested everybody else. So Taman
峨眉县的原来的县委书记王克勇。
So one of the secretaries in charge of his county Durbaljin or Øming-Shan is Wang Ke-yong. The other one Cao Tsung-shan and Wu Yi. So these are the 3 people that Ақиқат, the 3 officials that Ақиқat is holding responsible for what has happened to his family.
从峨眉县来到哈萨克斯坦，和我妈妈在一个所谓的教育营关闭的人告诉我，他们先是抓了我的爸爸，之后抓了我的2个弟弟，然后我妈妈去相关机构询问，说这个不合法，我要知道抓捕的理由。他就说啊，因为你也来了，连你也一起抓，就这样把我妈妈也抓了。
So he says that the way that the arrest happened was that his father was detained first, then the 2 brothers were detained, and then his mother was left, but she went to the local authorities. She asked, you cannot arrest him like this is illegal. And because of this, they basically said, well, you're here as well, we're going to arrest you also. And so they took her as well.
我的妈妈维利纳姆赫台先被抓到图尔根教育营，因高血压晕倒，然后把我妈妈关闭到峨眉县第13层的峨眉县人民医院第13层营的教育营，之后又关闭到了热力公司的教育营，之后去年年底才出来。还是这一位跟我妈妈在一起一个教育营关闭的人告诉我，我妈妈被列为危险人物，禁止里边的任何人和我妈妈说话。
So he said that his mother was first taken to the Tuargun concentration camp. Tuargun is the name of a village. Then, because of her high blood pressure, she was transferred basically to a sort of hospital that had been converted into a camp. So it was the number 13 hospital in Øming County, number 13 People's Hospital. And then she was later transferred to another place, which was, I think, it was a really Gons. So it was basically a sort of a company that produced heating, I guess a heating company, that had been also turned into a camp. So she was transferred there. And somebody that had been together with his mother in detention said that she was considered a sort of a dangerous person, and that she was basically, people were not allowed to talk to her or communicate with her for this reason.
我最近从刚来峨眉县的人们那里听说，我的大弟弟穆赫亚提去年就被口头判刑8年，我的小弟弟帕拉萨提哈留拉去年就被口头判刑3年，就因为我的控告，他们才不得已释放了我的大弟弟、小弟弟和我的妈妈。
So Ақиқат says that last year from somebody that came, or 就是今年
今年听说的，最近听说的。
So he says from somebody that recently was able to come back to Kazakhstan, he heard that originally his older brother was his older younger brother was sentenced to was sentenced to. He heard that, basically here based on hearsay, he heard that he was sentenced to 8 years, and then he heard that his younger brother was sentenced to 3 years, and he believes that it's because of all the appealing and petitioning and all the work that he's done here that actually the three of them were among the people who were freed last year, and so his two brothers and his mother were all freed towards the end of last year and allowed to leave these facilities and to be transferred home, basically, to house arrest.
而我的爸爸被判刑20年，没有任何书面判决书，也没有经过任何法律程序。在被抓捕以后，受到了严重的刑讯逼供和折磨。被抓之日起24小时手脚戴上铁镣铐。由于我父亲年事已高，被抓捕之前身体就很瘦弱，被戴铁镣铐之后，连大小便都无法自理。跟我父亲同一个牢房的人也来到了哈萨克斯坦，他告诉我，我的父亲大小便都是他们帮忙的，睡觉前脱衣服、穿衣服，这些日常的动作都是必须有别人来帮助下才能完成。而且我父亲的伙食十分差劲，每天3个馍馍和开水。由于我的父亲牙齿是全部掉光的，只能把馍馍一块一块掰开，一小块掰开泡在开水里，然后我爸爸再一点点咽下去，就这样过着畜生不如的生活。
So he says that his father has had to endure all sorts of suffering after being arrested. He was initially taken and then he was basically handcuffed and had his legs also, I guess, chained for... So he was just, handcuffed and shackled completely for the whole time that he was there. And everybody, again, somebody who had been detained together with his father, who had been able to return to Kazakhstan, said that basically he had to, his fellow cellmates had to basically help him with everything. So they had to help him undress, for example, if he wanted to use the bathroom. They also had to help him eat. So his diet was extremely bad. He only had basically 3 steamed buns or 3 buns. I guess just 3 buns a day that they had to cut up and put in hot water for him, and then feed it to him, because actually he's already lost all of his teeth, and so he basically needed their help for that as well. And so this is a 70-year-old something man, and then he was held in these conditions for a very long time, and he's lost a lot of weight, and he's much worse now as a result. And there's also people have said that he's also supposedly he can't walk anymore. He's basically been paralyzed from the waist down.
被转到乌苏监狱之后，我的父亲身体更是恶化，瘦的只剩下皮包骨头，而且听说已经无法走路，所以他们一直藏着我的父亲，害怕我父亲健康状况恶化的事情被我知道。
So he says now his father has also been transferred from there to the Wusu prison, where he may be now. And at the Wusu prison, he says that his situation has gotten even worse. He's heard again that he's paralyzed from the waist down. He can't walk normally anymore. And that he's extremely just skinny, has lost all weight. And he believes that the authorities are really afraid that Akikat will learn about this situation. Which may be one of the reasons why they're not letting him see or talk to his father.
2019年1月27号，我的妈妈和2个弟弟在峨眉县相关工作人员的威胁、恐吓下跟我通过1次电话，之后就音信全无。我的爸爸至今没有任何下落，生死未卜。
So he says that on January 27th, 2019, basically the local authorities there forced his family, threatened them into making a phone call to Akikat and basically telling him that everything was fine, etc. One of these calls, and then during this call, he said that he was able to talk to his 2 brothers, his mother, and then but not to his father, and so he still doesn't know what exactly has happened to him.
我的要求一，我的一家4人遭受严重的迫害已经1年5个月了，他们还在被威胁恐吓，并且不允许和我有任何联系。我作为哈利欧拉特尔群的长子，我有权利知道关于我一家4人的一切情况，所以我要求立即让我和我的家人联系，让我知道他们的下落，并且进行正常的通话。不论我的父亲身体健康恶化或者生命有危险，我也要知道他的下落，绝不能继续 给我家人施压，不让他们和我联系。
He says that of his demands, his first demand is that he be allowed to normally establish contact with his family. He is Kaliola Tursun's oldest son. This is his right as his son. And he's basically the fact that he's not able to know where his father is. This is a violation. This is illegal. And even if his father, even if something horrible has happened to his father, even if he's in very bad shape, he should still be allowed by law to have contact with, Akikat should be allowed to have contact with his father. He should. So this is his first demand.
2019年1月21号，我已经办理了以家庭团聚为目的的正式的、合法的邀请函。由于无法和家人联系，至今没有能够邮寄给他们。我要求立即让家人跟我联系，把邀请函邮寄给他们。
So his second demand is that, a second request is that he be allowed. He says that on January 21st, he already formally and following all the legal proper procedures, prepared an invitation letter for his. So he prepared the invitation letter for all 4 of his family members, and that however, now he has no means of actually sending it to them and getting it to them by post, because the post right now is unreliable. If he sends it, as he's heard from other people, it may not even reach his family. So he needs certain means to get them this letter, to get him directly to his family, so that they may receive it and have the right to go and to apply and to come to Kazakhstan.
3. 我要求我一家4人和我在阿拉木图团聚生活。在我一家4人和我在阿拉木图团聚以前，我是绝对不会停止控告的。
His third demand is that he be allowed to reunite with his family, his family members here in Almaty, and he says that until this happens, he will not stop appealing, he will not stop taking action.
我誓死捍卫我一家4人的合法的、正当的、法律赋予他们的一切权利。谢谢。
So he calls for the rights of his family members to be fully protected and respected. And,